Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, where nothing fits. Oh, wait, everything fits. Keep repeating that, Zen Fits. I think I'm trying to connect my own dots, put me together, integrate my whole life, is when my first heartfelt desire to be something, to be somebody, to be some function, to be of use, to fit into some vocation, to have a service, a function. You're going to be a plumber, or you're going to be a truck driver, or something. That's a function where you find your use, your productivity, or your creativity, if you will. But anyway, we're all looking for that function. What shall I be? Starts as a child. Oh, should I be a fireman? A ballerina? We see some role model and says, and we're awake, the child is awakened and sees that role model, that ballerina, that piano player, that actor, the comedian, or whatever, says, I'm going to be that. And that awakens this heartfelt intention or desire to become that. So the whole life of that person is becoming that. So you never really arrive at that and stop, you see. In other words, the function keeps unfolding itself, keeps delivering itself, keeps revealing itself. So you explore yourself through your function. And that function has to be a heartfelt desire, not a head desire, which means, oh, well, I'll make a lot of money if I do that. Or, oh, wow, I'll be popular and get a lot of, that could be in there. But that's not a heartfelt desire. A heartfelt desire comes from beneath, for no reason, for fame, success, which we all want, or money, you see. These are mostly head ideas, which require an ego, which require a little self in there, who wants to be benefited, enhanced, become somebody, become known and recognized. You see, these are head things. But the heart intention, the heart awakening, has no cause to it. I just want to be that. I just want to be a fireman. Of course, there's a vision around it, but it's not the fruit that drives the heartfelt idea. It's not what you're going to get out of it. It's the magic of it. It's the magic, the mystery, the wonder of being that, which is the vision of the child. It's like when a dog bonds with the master. You get a dog and it's just yapping all around, but then you feed it and you love it and you bond. And from then on, that dog is your companion for no reason. You can even beat the dog and it still follows you. It's connected, it's bonded. So we bond with, hopefully, we bond with an idea. And it erupts suddenly in the heart, fully, like a lotus. Oh, I talk. Lotus, full bloom. That was the heart. Damn it. The heartfelt idea comes full blown, but not completed, but like a bud who is going to unfold. So the heartfelt idea of who you're going to be or what you're going to do is full, and it's the flower and the bud at the same time. The bud is planted, but then it unfolds. But the whole flower is in the bud, you see. So there is no separation there. It's a dialectic. It's an unfolding. It's organic. It's organic. So anyway, where am I going with this? But the idea is that I think, looking back over my life, when I first had this heartfelt idea, I was on a houseboat in Miami, and I'd had this profound awakening a few years earlier, and what did I want to be? What did I want to do? And it just bloomed up. I wanted to be a minister. I wanted to preach the good news. And I had no church or anything. So I had a friend who was a Presbyterian minister, so I said, I'll get him to recommend me. So anyway, long story short, I finally got into seminary, and then they reviewed my application and rejected me. Sorry, Charlie, you can't get to the tuna factory. So Charlie, the tuna, had to create his own factory. And so my whole life has been doing my vocation in odd and strange ways that didn't fit any category. So what do I do today? But I'm a minister. I have this is a sermon. But it's not a sermon based in the Bible. It's not a sermon reference to a particular field like religion. It's not a sermon that refers to any system or movement or cause. My sermons are Zen fits. So my sermons are discoveries. What Zen fit am I having today? What insight am I having today? That's a Zen fit, where a Zen fit starts with nothing fits, and then something fits, blooms in nothing fits. In other words, a Zen fit is a field of data. Imagine you are in a snowstorm and it's a whiteout and you don't know where you are. Nothing fits, and then suddenly you see a sign or a store or a tree you're familiar with, and suddenly everything fits. So in that moment, nothing fits and everything fits is like a snap, aha, an explosion. And this explosion is what I call a Zen fit, which, as you know, is ambiguous. Does it fit, or is it a madness where nothing fits, or does everything fit? It's a yin and a yang. It's my old favorite here. The hag is nothing fits. The princess is everything fits. Nothing fits, everything fits. It's the same picture. It's the same picture. So nothing fits and everything fits. While we separate them, nothing fits, I'm in pain, I got to get to everything fits, you see. So there's time there. Nothing fits, I got to get to the promised land where everything fits. We're all in that process. Nothing fits here. I can't get this box to work. I can't get this thing to work. I can't get this screw to go in. It won't fit. Damn it, fit. We try to pound the square peg in a round hole. Fit, damn it. We watch movies and TV shows where nothing fits so we can get to the end where everything fits. So there's a time here. There's a time between nothing fits, which is painful, which is an irritation, a tension, you see, self-doubt, self-recrimination, or, where the world, I'm okay, but the world's no good, I don't fit the world. Or the world's okay, but I'm no good, nothing fits. You see, I'm not fitting with the world. And then we get to the point where the world is no good and I'm no good. Nothing fits. This is nihilism. I might as well shoot myself. And then suddenly, bam, snap, crack, pop, everything fits in the same place, a situation where nothing fit. What's going on, you see? Suddenly, nobody was okay. The world was not okay. I wasn't okay. Neither was okay. And then suddenly, the world and I am okay. In Zen, this is called a samadhi. The samadhi of equanimity. The samadhi of equanimity when suddenly everything is okay. Everything fits. You fit. The world fits. There's no fit. Madness. It's so simple, we don't even see it. We can't see it because we're looking for it in the future. We're looking to everything fit in the future. When actually, the truth is, everything is fitting right now. Everything is fitting right now, but we perceive it in a fragmented way, of not fitting. So now we've got to get to the fit. But how long will it take? How long do I have to do this yoga? How long will I get to be enlightened? We say enlightenment. What is it? Well, everything fits then. So what do I have to do? Well, you do the Buddha, you do the yoga, you do the self, you take these medications, you do the meditate, you all these things to get to everything fits. But there's time. But you see, I never get to everything fits in time because I'm going to everything fits in time because I believe nothing fits. I believe nothing fits, so I want to get to everything fits. But I can't get to everything fits because I believe nothing fits. So when I get to everything fits, nothing fits. Again, nothing fits. Why? Because I believe nothing fits. I create the world I believe in. We create the world we believe in. We believe in a world where nothing fits. Well, that's what we get. So we have these temporary fits. Get a new car, oh, everything fits, but the glow wears off, you see. So it's temporary. So this unfit fit is separated by time. It's not together as one. It's Buddhism calls this, or Zen calls it, not one, not two. It's not one, not two. What is that, you see? Well, everything fits. So it's a discovery. It's a snap where you pull the rubber band so far at some point to get so far, the tension is so far from the nothing fits to everything fits, and then suddenly it can't take it anymore and snap. And either there is a violent eruption or a creative eruption. So movies are full of violent eruptions. What are mass shootings? But an eruption of violence and death as a way to avoid the terror where nothing fits. The modern world, our mind, has created a situation or a consciousness where nothing fits by its belief. The common sense belief of the Western mind, particularly America, is one where nothing fits, so you gotta fix it. And you fix it by finding the cause for it not fitting, you see. So this belief in cause and effect in the rational world is a belief that we can fix anything if we find the cause. But now we're in situations where we can't find the cause. And mass shootings, of the title of this talk, is the cause of Jaws. Well, all right, metaphorically speaking, Jaws was a metaphor for the rising up of the contradiction in our collective consciousness. In other words, the cause of mass shootings is not guns or bad people or what your mother did or all of those things. The cause is in the collective unconscious of America, which is trapped in a viewpoint where nothing fits. So mass shootings just bring this to the surface. Nothing fits in a mass shooting, can't find the cause. And it's a pattern, so it's a ritual that keeps repeating. Every week now, shooting. It was just a nice guy, he just lived next door, kind of quiet, and then suddenly he gets up and buys a gun and shoots 20 people. Then everybody's looking for the cause. Well, was he a Muslim? Was he watching TikTok? Too much TikTok? Can't find them. Many causes. So when we can't find the cause, we have a pattern of Jaws. Jaws comes up and devours us. The mass shooting comes up and devours us, and it really throws us, our whole system, our whole worldview, into kind of a horror or terror that we can't fix it. This is why Trump got elected. He promised to fix it. He's the fixer. I'll fix it, you see. That's all. He just promised to fix it, and people believed him. He didn't fix it. Nobody can fix it. It's because we believe in a world that is fragmented. So the belief creates the world. But this start with an external. We look at the external world as being unfixable. But that excludes me. That excludes you. You are a part. You are the world, and the world is you. You're not separate from it. It's that separation from the world that creates the feeling nothing fits. It doesn't fit because I'm not in it. I'm not part of the world. See, so we are the world. Each one of us creates a world, and then the world we create is kind of like bubbles on a pond. You know, I have a little beta in a bowl, and it blows bubbles up on the surface. So all of those little bubbles are individual worlds collected in a field of bubbles called America. So we live in America, a field of bubbles, each one of us an individual world. Each one of us is an America reflecting all the other bubbles, you see, and we cling together in one big bubble or field, call it America. Or you could go to bigger bubbles, say Western world, you see. Now you got two bubbles, the Eastern world and the Western world. But it's like a Russian nesting doll of bubbles, you see, and you get all the way down to me. I'm the bubble that creates all these other bubbles. But that is excluded in our worldview. So you can't fix anything if you're not included in anything, because you are what you're trying to fix. You are the world is you. If you're trying to fix an engine, the engine kind of like, it is, the mechanic has to kind of like become one with the engine in order to fix it. The artist becomes one with the art in order to do the art. If you're an athlete, you have to become with the game in order to do the game. You can't do it from the bench. You can't fix it, or you can't be the world as an audience. But most of us see reality as an audience. The reality is over there. The movie's over there. The mass shooting's over there. Everything is over there. Where am I? I don't know. I'm watching. So even our Buddhism, our mindfulness, awaken the watcher. Awaken the watcher, that's the problem. We're all watching. We're watching reality. Why do you want to awaken the watcher? So Jaws, the cause of Jaws is us. The fear, the terror of Jaws beneath the surface. We're swimming along, yada, 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 and Jaws comes up and devours us, you see. Terror, terror, terror. It's the terror of our own unconscious now. The monster's inside. But they're erupting on the surface. Mass shooting here, madness here, madness there. Can't fix it. We're looking for it in the wrong place. So you can't look into the unconscious of America and fix it. That's the point. All you can do is look into yourself. This is the whole mystery of Buddhism. So when Buddha was awakened, he said, when I awoke, the whole world all sentient beings were awakened. The whole world awoke with me, because from the beginning, all beings are Buddha, you see. So there's only one knowing. There's only one knowing, one Buddha, that's manifested in many, 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 many bubbles. Just like so one America is manifested in all the little bubbles of Americans clinging together on the surface of the water. How did they all get there? They're just blown up there by the fish, by the beta. So if you ever had a beta, you'll know that they love to, you get a male beta, and he's going to blow bubbles, and they're going to nest on the surface. And he's waiting for a female to come along, who will lay the eggs, and he will get the eggs and blow them up on the surface, and she leaves, or he kills her, kicks her out. I'm the mother and the father, he says. So he takes care of the babies, and then they grow up, and then he eats them. But the point is, The field of individual bubbles floating on the surface of the collecting mind has a jaws in it, has a jaws or a beta that is blowing the bubbles up there, you see. And each one of us is a little bubble of consciousness that reflects all the Americans, all of America. So the nest of bubbles, you see, reflects the whole in itself. But you see, it's all fragmented, you see. Yet the whole is in every bubble. The whole is in every bubble. The whole of America is in each of us. But we don't see it that way. We see it as fragmented bubbles. Good bubbles, bad bubbles. Pop those bubbles, keep the good bubbles, you see. Not realizing that we are the bubble. So there really has to be an awakening in America, a shift that will only come when the terror and the horror gets to its stretching point. And there will be a snap, and there will be a movement. Maybe it's going on right now, a movement of a shift in the paradigm, a movement that is a change in consciousness from being on the outside to being on the inside. And that's the only way we're going to find the cause of Jaws. The cause of Jaws is us. Thanks for dropping in.